Hello, fellow robots out there in Internet Land. I am Silvertron, and welcome to the next episode of the TekTopia Survival Guide. So in last episode, wow, walking backwards, dude. In last episode, we built the Epic Library of Epicness, and it's getting some good use. You can see that villager is using it right now, and it's great. It's causing them to have a nice happiness, and their intelligence is also going up ever so slowly. But hey, we'll get what we can get. Yeah, so it's good. They're gonna scale up faster now, and they become more efficient. So today, guys, we're going to work on the mines, and there's the merchant right there, and let me show you why. So when I did the episode covering the trading with the merchant on that first day, where you can make 160 emeralds, that's great to begin with, but now it's slowed down quite a bit. We still only have the 8 basic trades, right? The 4 crops and the 4 types of logs. But right now, you can see beets are only 1 emerald apiece, so that's not good. You want it to be 4 emeralds. Spruce logs, 2. Oak logs, 3. That's good, but it's not great. We don't want to do that trade still. The only one that's good right now is this birch trade. The other trades are still below their highest value. And this is because we have nothing else to trade, so we cannot refresh this list very often. So once we get a miner, or several miners going, we can get other things. So we can get iron ore, gold ore, lapis, redstone, and diamonds. And it's really that lapis, redstone, and diamond trade that we're going to try to work on today. Because we don't have a blacksmith, we can't smelt up the gold and iron ore. So, yeah. But just adding those 3 other things is really going to help us out. It's going to help our economy thrive a bit more. As you can see, though, I've also done a bit in between episodes, just like I said. I did move our crop farm from over there to over here, just to get it out the way so I can finish up this corner bit. And I moved our tree farm. Our tree farm used to be underneath the sugarcane farm, and now it's over here. Now, both these will move again in the future, but I like them being close to the storage and the town hall, so they're going to stay there for a little bit. But let me get started on the mine. Hopefully some nomads will show up at some point. And yeah, once I finish this staircase down, I'll be back and I'll explain some things. So I was about to go get some stuff to show off the mines, but then I ran into a nomad and he had 28 intelligence, so I decided to convert him into our first miner. And I want to show you guys something that I haven't shown yet in this season. So that's the villager AI. When it comes to lumberjacks and farmers over there, I tend not to manipulate their AI at all, simply because I let them kind of work to their own devices. There's nothing really you need to shut off. But with the miner, there's a couple things that I want to highlight. So here, when you right-click on a villager, it'll open their AI. So this first tab kind of gives their general stats. The second tab here shows what you can turn on and off. And the thing I absolutely advise is turning off these first 2, crafting coal torches and charcoal torches. When the miner crafts their torches, they use an entire log as opposed to a stick to craft 4 torches, so it's very, very wasteful. If you have a furnace in your storage room, I also advise shutting off smelt charcoal, because what we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up with an excess of wood. Trust me, we will end up with an excess of wood. We have a ton of it right now that we can't do much with because, you know, our trades are very limited, but you smelting your own charcoal and then providing them with torches yourself is highly beneficial because you get more bang for your buck, essentially. So what I tend to do, and if you go back to my Season 1 village, you'll see that I had a chest, and there was a hopper out back, and there was some double chests behind it that was just filled with torches. That way the miner never had to do it. You can provide them yourself, and it's a much better value when it comes to resources. So yeah, make sure you guys do that. I'm going to wait for day to come back because it's almost night, and then I'm going to show you guys some stuff with the mines because a lot of people tend to have questions when it comes to how mines actually work. So the new day brought us 4 more nomads, so I decided to turn 1 more into a miner, and he had 23 intelligence, so he should work out pretty well for us. I did go ahead and fill up a chest, mostly, with some torches just to demonstrate. Do this. Do all of this. But let's go look at the mines right now. Right now, they're not decorated just because I figured let the miners get going. Wow, that's nomads just everywhere. Let me get the miners actually get going, and then we can start decorating. So one thing that I tend to do is to kind of do this little button hook thing. And that's to get the mine shafts actually closer to the center of the village itself. If I were to continue this staircase all the way down, we'd actually end up really close to the village border. And that just, yeah, don't do that. So let's keep going down. Optifine is our friend right now to make everything pretty and nice. So yeah, so this is what we have right now. So the 2 staircases come down to this one central location. Your mine kind of central tunnel does not need to be this wide. This is just what we want to do. So what I'm going to do is you want to do this little inset here. This kind of acts as your door for other structures. The mine shafts don't need a door, but they absolutely need this little indentation in it. Okay? And then, same thing as before, you place an item frame on each of these, and then you take your mineshaft tokens, activate them, and you can see they are already turning on. So in a few seconds, our miners should recognize that these mineshafts are here now, and they should make their way down the stairs, and they will start mining. Now, when it comes to placing them next to each other, you need a 2 wide gap. Generally speaking, when you're a single player, it's more beneficial to actually do another one. But the way the miner's AI works, let's say this stone block was a ore, he would mine that out, and then he would do a scan around for other ore. But he wouldn't do an additional scan. So let's say, sorry, let's do this. Let's say that's an ore and the one next to it's an ore. He would mine that. He'd say, oh, look, there's another ore next to it. Let me mine that. But then he wouldn't mine any additional ore beyond that. So you want to make sure you have a 2 wide gap when it comes to your mine shafts. And here they are. So kind of a bug. Your miners are going to go, generally speaking, towards the same mine shaft initially. They're going to go for the shortest one. And they probably both recognize that as the shortest one initially. It's much more apparent when you have a bunch of miners and new mine shafts. Once this kind of works itself out, it's not going to be that big of a problem. They will work their way back and forth between the mine shafts, because your miner will always try to mine the shortest mine shaft first. So if I were to place these tokens up now, they should try to come over here because they are now shorter than the other mine shafts. So they're going to do their thing for a second, hopefully. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe. Come on, guys. Do your stuff. Man, it's taking you guys forever. You need some better tools. I did give them some iron tools, just like my other professions up top. There we go. See? He's going for a shorter mine shaft. That one's longer, so he's like, oh, let me do this one. But yeah, I'm going to let these guys work for a little bit. We're going to decorate this a little bit. Cash is already doing it. Hey, Cash. Yeah, let me decorate this place up a little bit. It is going to be temporary, guys, because eventually we will be moving these mine shafts. But yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. So I've been doing a bit more around the base. I've actually done a bit of layouts on what I plan on doing in the future. But I really wanted to show you guys a trick to help with the miners. Now, the miners have been working very, very hard. I've been supplying them with some iron tools, and it's making them a bit happier. I've noticed some of them have been a little sad. That guy's actually good. I don't care. The other miner, he was sad. He was a bit sad. But you can see I've only gotten 5 diamonds so far. I think redstone's in here, which is pretty good, but it could be a bit better. And lapis is also lacking pretty hard. So what we have done up until this point is we've used Silk Touch to get a bunch of ores. Ores are great. So we're going to grab some of this redstone, some of that lapis, and these diamonds here, and we're going to head back down into the mines. Now, we haven't done much in the way of lighting things up. Let me grab it. There we go. Optifine for the win. We haven't done much decoration. We actually decided, simply because some of this is going to go away in the future, that we're not gonna deal with it. So right now it's got some decent decoration. Not the greatest by any means, but it's fine for now. So I did remove 2 of these mine shafts down here because I wanted these guys to dig out to the village border to show you something, but it was just taking way too long. They were just going for days. So I kind of wanted to highlight what you can do with these spent mine shafts. So when a miner reaches the village border, this mine token will actually deactivate. Now, once you have druids, you're not going to really care, because the druids are going to refill most of it. It's only when this thing kind of gets grayed out, it stops glowing, that something is wrong and you need to fix it. So the ways to fix that is to move it to a next mine shaft, like I have here, or you take your ores and you replenish it. So we're going to do that right now. So if I go down this mine shaft here and fill in all this empty space with ores, even though it's player ore, when the miner makes it and digs it out, it's going to become a villager ore, which is great, because now we can trade that villager ore for emeralds, and redstone trades for a stack for 5 emeralds, which is pretty fantastic. Lapis does it half stack for 5 emeralds, and then diamonds, which is the best trade in the game, does 4 diamonds for 12 emeralds at its highest rate. So we're going to fill in these mine shafts here, and then we're going to move the tokens. So that's pretty good. Let's move to lapis now. Do a couple rows of lapis, because lapis is always good to have around. And then we'll do a few diamonds on top of that. Oh, that's too much. Let me or don't touch that. And now we are going to. Oh, he's not there. We're going to. Yeah, let's move this one. We're going to move this mine token here. So now when the miner comes back down from dropping his stuff off, he is going to end up in this mine shaft right here, which is great for us. It's really great for us. He's going to grab those diamonds and then the lapis and then the redstone. And then, yeah, we'll have all that in storage. I'm going to do the same thing over here. And that way our villagers get all those amazing ores. And then I'll be back in a little bit once I have enough to trade to the merchant, and you guys will see why this is invaluable. You absolutely should be doing this. Save all of your ores using a silk touch pick. It's amazing. So you can see right away our miner started going to work on this new mine shaft that I just filled in with nothing but ores. If you check his inventory, you can see he's already gathered those diamonds and lapis. He's going to keep working on the lapis. Yeah, lapis. Until that mine shaft is spent. I'm probably going to fill this in with more ores, because if you remember from the last clip, I had a bunch up top. I've already gone ahead and filled in this other mine shaft, so our other miner should be coming down here hopefully soon to work on that mine shaft right there. I still have those other 2 tokens, but I decided just to take them down. That way I can fill all this stuff in. It's a little sad that, yeah, that's a light level 7. That's not good, miner. That's not good. Let's fix that right there. We don't want zombies spawning down here. So, yeah, we do that stuff from time to time. In a perfect world, I would have a guard post down here, but I'm not there yet. So a lot of this I have to do on my own, manually watching these dudes. Which is something I advise for you as well. Just make sure, at night, make sure there's no light level 7s down there. But I'll be back in a little bit once they gather some of these amazing ores that I've just placed for them. And I'll show you just how amazing a miner and his stuff he collects is when it comes to balancing your village and getting as many emeralds as possible. So it is a new day on the server, and my guys have been working really, really hard. The mine shafts have been cleared out, filled with more ore, cleared out, filled with more ore. But now I finally have enough items to trade with our merchant. I did make a mistake in the previous clip. I mentioned you needed 2.5 stacks of lapis to trade, but he trades in stacks of 16, so you only need a stack and a quarter. But this is everything we can trade just using our miners at the moment. Hi, guy. I did get myself a merchant stall just because I didn't feel like running around everywhere with it. So the merchant stall works like the guard post, which I haven't covered yet, but essentially the merchant is just going to hang out around it. Because of where it's placed right now, he may go out these doors, and he actually might go up the stairs because it's not really affected by the y-axis. But yeah, it's whatever. It's really easy to find him at this point. But let's show this now. So your diamond trade is great. You get 12 diamonds for 12 emeralds for 4 diamonds. So that right there gets us our 60. And then we have lapis. Like I said, it's a trade of 16, which is 5 apiece. So now we are already a stack and a quarter. And then redstone trade, I think, is at the end. Yes. I checked this guy out beforehand. So you can see we are getting more and more emeralds. I think my math was wrong, though. But who cares? That's a lot of goodness right there. That is a lot of goodness. Almost a stack and 3/4 right there. Let's see. Can we trade anything else? What else is he trading good right now? Beetroot. Do we have enough beetroot? We don't. Sadly, we do not have enough beetroot. But thank you, merchant. You have been very good to us on this day. I'm going to go store these back up in my little storage chest. I have been trading quite a bit, but just with that one item, you can see I've got a lot of emeralds going on. But now that's going to help us out. Now the other trades, the wood and the crops, are going to be more often at their peak trade. But I think that's it for today, guys. Hope you liked today's episode. I love the miner. The miner makes you tons and tons of emeralds early on. I have a lot more to do. I have some more layout plans I might get done in between episodes. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But until next time, guys, you have a good one.